your grid for your Micro Max final here at Whilton Mill. Sees Max Gilman with a 100% record so far this weekend, going off pole position with Jensen Sale alongside Alfie Mayer and James Fabricius, the champion-elect, off row number 2 with Grayson Wortley and George Swire on row number 3. Then it's Sebastian Clark and Buddy Hugo, Arthur Farrer and Leo Livings with Jack Holmes and Marley Fisher on row number 6. Row 7, we'll see Logan Rolfe and Soreen Gallagher, Max Brascoff and Larry Price are on row number 8 with Cameron Tipping and Ben Masikos on row number 9. Row 10 then, we'll see Lewis Herbertson and Toby Cannon with Stanley Stafford and Fabian Gandhock on row 11, Jos Huschke and Kane Langley on row number 8. Then it's going to be Logan Jones and Elliot Bourke with Guido Ebegeni and Morgan Weston on row 14, Alice Fairclough and Rio Wardali on row 15. Then it's Layla Bell and Ocean Brett completing your 32 Micro Max runners here at Whilton Mill. There they are, ready to go. Wet tyres on. Just having a quick look in the live chat, saying any update on the junior Rotax situation? Not yet in the commentary box. I will try and get something for you in terms of an update as to what's happening with the junior Rotax final. Obviously, we've got Mini and Micro just getting ready to go out. Then we should have Mighty Bambino. So unless somebody comes back to me with an update on what's happening in junior Rotax, we'll find out as soon as we possibly can, if we can. So grid all in position. There's James Winstanley's kart being pushed away on the outside, helmet off. But unfortunately, the wheel departing on the run up towards Christmas corner for James Winstanley. Should mean the track will be clear in a few moments' time, though. He'll go through the exit gate on the little straight in between Inkermans on the run down towards Ashby. And then we'll get the green flag and the go-ahead here at Whilton. So track appears to be clear, so we will welcome our micros out onto track very, very briefly. Good number of spectators here this weekend at Whilton Mill supporting their drivers. And out of the holding area they go. Out onto track go our Micro Max runners. And for the first time this weekend, they sample wet weather conditions. And Cameron Tipping is going to sample the grass on the outside. We've got spinners on the outlap already as some of our drivers test the limits of the adhesion of their tyres. Look at the inside though, it's already beginning to dry up a little bit. I think the rain has actually stopped. The track is still damp, but we're going to have dry patches on the inside off the line. So who's going to be able to find them first? So we've got a couple of drivers going slightly wide there by the look of things on the run out of Ashby, so whether they're just, oh no, yeah, see there we've got 1-2 rounds, so I think we're going to get 2 rolling up laps here. I think they've been told that they're getting 2 anyway, because they don't look like they're getting themselves into a grid formation. In fact, they are, albeit fairly late now. Gilman's just going to have to slow them up. They're pretty much down to a walking pace, but we are gridding up. We've still got 1 or 2 further down that have had problems on the outlap, and drivers trying to get themselves into position still. Into the tram lines they go, and we're going to have a false start. Unsurprisingly, if I'm honest, we still had a few drivers after the first lap incident on the way out here around the crook that were still trying to catch up, so going to wait and have another go at that one. So we should be able to get ourselves gridded up once again here then in our Micro Max. Max Gilman just indicating, looking over his shoulder, that we need to slow things down. We've got drivers almost at a standstill, just arriving late because they're trying to catch back up, and the field is down to a walking pace, which is where they should be for the start of this race. Sale looking across at Gilman. So into the lines they go, and we're going to have another rolling up lap here for our Junior Rotax, for our Micro Max runners. Just had an update as well on Junior Rotax. Due to the amount of full laps being completed before the red flags came out in Junior Rotax, as per rules and regulations, the full final will be rerun as the final race of the day for all competitors. So I'm going to repeat that. Due to the amount of laps being completed before the red flags came out in the Junior Max final, as per rules and regulations, the full final will be rerun as the last final race of the day for all competitors. So that's the update we were looking for in Junior Rotax. That's been sent out in the WhatsApp groups as well for our junior runners. So we will go then here. It's going to be Micro Max, Might E, and then Junior Rotax for the final race of the season here in the Kart Championship. Field rolling round. Sale and Gilman off the front route. Alfie Mayer and James Fabricius just behind. Into the tram lines they go. Lights go out. We're away and racing to 12 minutes of Micro Max final. And Gilman leads them through right the way round the outside. That's George Schweier going out wide onto the rumble strip as the field make their way up the hill towards Christmas Corner. As we've got the 36 going off on the outside, that's Jack Holmes. 73 is off as well. That one's Logan Jones off on the grass on the outside. It's just locking up under braking as the field make their way through. Logan Jones rejoining the track. The marshal for a bit of assistance. Alfie Mayer appears to be leading the way now then from Max Gilman. At the front of this one, we've got driver off at the bottom of the hill near Ashby. We'll update on whom that may be in a few moments' time, because it's George Schweier and then the 50 at the moment of Sebastian Clark, battling it out on camera for 3rd and 4th place. That's Jensen Sale off on the outside. That was the driver that was off on the outside then. Jensen Sale, we'll see whether we get anything come up in the commentary box regarding that. So we've got drivers going really, really wide out onto the rumble strips. Alfie Mayer then leads from Max Gilman and George Schweier. Sebastian Clark, Leo Livings, Logan Rolfe, Max Braskoff with Cameron Tipping, Sorian Gallagher and Lewis Herbertson. Your top 10, as Fabricius is down the inside in P number 12 with Toby Cannon. So run down that hill now towards Ashby. Mayer and Gilman with a gap of 1.3 seconds at the end of the first lap. And now it's raining again. Driver off on the outside there. Pick a number out. That's George Schweier in the 82. Off from 3rd place. The Kart stuck on the outside. His head rolling back in disappointment. But, and we've got Logan Jones off as well, stuck on the outside. So Logan Jones off on the outside. Alfie Mayer continuing to lead from Max Gilman and George Schweier. The gap half a second at the front. Sebastian Clark, Leo Livings and Logan Rolfe. Max Braskoff, Cameron Tipping, Sorian Gallagher, Lewis Herbertson and James Fabricius. Toby Cannon then in 11th place at the moment. James Fabricius leading the championship with just really got to get this one to the end. Leo Livings, his nearest rival, is in 4th place at the moment on the timing, but it should be enough as it stands for Fabricius to take this championship. At the moment, we'll just keep plugging the numbers into the spreadsheet in the commentary box as it stands at the moment. Fabricius in 10th place. That should be enough for him to take it by a margin of 17 points from Leo Livings, who is currently in 4th place. Fabricius up into 9th. Apologies once again, lost the pictures in the commentary box, so we're just doing this one off the timing screen at the moment. But it's Alfie Mayer with a gap of 0.8 of a second from Max Gilman and Sebastian Clark, Leo Livings and Logan Rolfe, with Max Braskoff, Cameron Tipping, Lewis Herbertson, James Fabricius and Toby Cannon. Your top 4, your top 10 at the moment. Behind that, you've got Fabian Ganthock, Arthur Farrer, Jos Huschke, Marley Fisher, Larry Price, Grayson Wortley and Elliot Bourke. Down in 17th. Then we've got Masia Cass, Fairclough, Wardali, Langley, Weston, Holmes, Bell, Brett, Gallagher, Hugo, Swire, Jones, Stafford, Ebegeni and Jensen Sale, who set the fastest lap of the race on the previous lap, although this time sets a 1:37, so another problem by the look of it from Jensen Sale, unfortunately. Alfie Mayer, though, continuing to lead. Opens the gap up by 0.2 of a second to Max Gilman on that previous lap. Leo Livings is up into 3rd place. Still not going to be enough, unfortunately, for Leo Livings. James Fabricius currently in 9th place. So Livings needs really to win this race, with Fabricius well outside the top 20. So at the moment, Fabricius has just got to bring this one round and bring it home. Alfie Mayer and Max Gilman at the front with 6.5 minutes remaining. Hopefully we'll be back in a few moments' time with the pictures in the commentary box, which means we can give you a bit of a more detailed update of what is happening. And as if by magic, they have reappeared. So we've got Alfie Mayer and Max Gilman with Leo Livings and Sebastian Clark all in the same camera shot, split by less than 2 seconds. Alfie Mayer on that run up the hill towards Christmas Corner. with Gilman taking the wider line. Livings trying to move down the inside. The inside seems to be the quicker line at the moment because Livings has come out of that corner right on the back of Max Gilman, then sliding wide out onto the curb on the outside goes Leo Livings. Yellow flag at Wilkins. We've got driver off on the outside there as they make their way round. Mechanical flag for Guido Ebegeni. Unfortunately, as that's the 82 of George Swire off again. Saw him off at Osiers earlier on. Now he's off at Wilkins, the corner preceding that one. Leo Livings trying to get them to run down the inside of Max Gilman. Can't get there, but certainly looks like he's got the pace here as the two of them close in on Alfie Mayer in front as well. Quarter of a second each they take out of Alfie Mayer as Leo Livings sets the fastest lap of the race. Contact in between Fabian and Gantar, because that's Jos Huschka as well. 3 and 4 wide on exit of the final corner. They all slot back into single file. So they make their way through. George Schweier, he's going to be a lap down, having been off on the grass a few times. 24 behind Arthur Farrett, all trying to find a way through. That's Grayson Wortley in the blue and green helmet. And then Jos Huschka and Fabian Gandhock side by side. So exiting, looks like Huschka is through. So make their way down the hill towards Ashby. George Schweier still in the mix here, but should well be a lap down. I think now he's seen to allow everybody else through on the inside. And will he go wide again and allow the field through? I think it was just his line. He's slotted back in there behind the 24 of Farrett. Alfie Mayer now, seeing that he's got Leo Livings behind him rather than Max Gilman. Livings, though, looks like he'd popped out of the slipstream at the top of the hill up towards Christmas Corner. And having a quick look there, that looks like is that Leo Livings through. It is Leo Livings through on Alfie Mayer. Just caught it in the back of the camera, and Alfie Mayer, who was asking Leo Livings to push him on. And Leo Livings is now at the front, doing everything he can to try and keep his championship alive. Fabricius is in 10th place. It's still going to be enough for Fabricius. As it stands at the moment, blue flags being waved. Alfie Mayer closing back in on Leo Livings. That's Logan Jones going wide. Mayer's back down the inside of Leo Livings. Gilman's going to try and negotiate the traffic of Logan Jones as well. He's got Sebastian Clark just behind him in 4th place as they head up towards Oblivion and Crook. Alfie Mayer leading once again. Leo Livings, though, had a good run on the previous lap up the hill. Gilman's dropping a little bit further back. Sebastian Clark's there as well, with Logan Rolfe rounding out the top 5. Gilman with that tighter line this time, trying to find a way through, but this time it's the wider line that's quicker as Logan Jones goes off track and then rejoins right in the way of Gilman. Gilman chops across, not happy at being balked there and handing over 3rd place to Sebastian Clark. Alfie Mayer and Leo Livings, though, continuing to head towards the end of this race. Alfie Mayer, Leo Livings and Max Gilman currently your top 3. Sebastian Clark, Logan Rolfe, Cameron Tipping with the drive of his life up into 6th place in front of Max Brascoff, Lewitt Herbertson, Marley Fisher and the champion-elect James Fabricius in 10th place, just doing what he needs to do, keeping himself out of trouble, making his way round, because all he really needs to do is bring this kart home inside the top 20 really for James Fabricius, and that will be enough to crown him the Micromax champion of 2023. Alfie Mayer and Leo Livings have opened a gap up of 1.5 seconds back to Sebastian Clark, although Clark appears to have gone missing because that's Gilman coming through in 3rd place. Where is Clark? There is Clark rejoining the track. He had a 1 second gap to Gilman, and Sebastian Clark, Yeah, will come through behind Logan Rolfe, behind Cameron Tipping as well. That'll see them up into 4th and 5th respectively. Down the hill they go. The 81 of Marley Fisher in 9th place. Behind him there, Fabricius, in front of Grayson Wortley. 40 seconds plus 1 lap. So we're going to have 3 laps, I think, away from the championship here for James Fabricius. Heading up towards the boot. Still Mayer and Livings leading, with now Gilman in 2nd, Rolfe 3rd, Tipping, Brascoff. Clark is down into 7th place with Lewis Herbertson, Marley Fisher, and this man on screen, James Fabricius. 2 laps away now from the 2023 championship. We'll come back to that in a few moments' time as he's making his way through, currently under a little bit of pressure from Grayson Wortley at the moment, but we've still got that battle for the lead where on the previous lap Alfie Mayer opened up as Grayson Wortley goes wide out onto the grass. That's going to drop him behind Toby Cannon, I think. There's only 1.1 between Wortley and Cannon, and not much back between Gandhock, Larry Price and Josh Hushker as well. So Grayson Wortley's going to fall back ever so slightly. Just out wide there onto the grass. We've got one of the drivers making their way through, another one of the gear up drivers. So run through, that's Larry Price in the middle of the sandwich here. Fabian Gandhock in front, Price behind, and Josh Hushker as well. Price with a tighter line at the front though as they commence the final lap of 2023 Micromax. Alfie Mayer and Leo Livings. Livings in 2nd place at the moment will be enough for P2 in the championship for Leo Livings. But there's nothing he can do. He started heat number 3 from the back of the grid pretty much, having picked up penalties in heat number 2. Has to come all the way through the field as Leo Livings to challenge Alfie Mayer at the front of this pack. 0.3 of a second between them. As they come through Oziers for the final time and head up towards the boot. Alfie Mayer in the MP coaching colours will make his way round the boot for the final time, bouncing over the curbs, directing the kart where he needs it to be. Came under pressure mid-race from Leo Livings, but Alfie Mayer takes victory at the final round of 2023 from Leo Livings and Max Gilman. Then we'll look back. We need to look back for 9th place for the 91 of James Fabricius. There he is, under pressure from George Swire, although Swire's a lap down. Fabricius just needs to let him go. Round the boot, we've got Gilman in 3rd, Rolfe, Tipping, great drive in P5, Sebastian Clark, Brascoff, Herbertson, and then this man, your 2023 Micromax champion for BSR, James Fabricius, makes it 2 family championships in the weekend. Oliver wins in Minimax, James wins in Micromax, 2 championships go back to Barnsley in South Yorkshire for the Fabricius family. There on screen, your 2023 champion, and somewhat fittingly because it's raining, the clear visor showing the delight in the eyes of your champion of 2023 in Micromax, James Fabricius. All of your field then have come through, so we can run through your classified results on track in our Micromax classes. In the background we will watch James Fabricius make his way off track and into Parc Ferme in the number 91 machine. So your results then from Micromax. Alfie Mayer with a superb victory from Leo Livings, who pushed hard to try and keep the championship alive. He'll take the 2nd place trophy with Max Gilman in 3rd. Logan Rolfe P4, a superb first weekend in Micromax for Cameron Tipping. In the wet, he came to the 4 in P5 in front of Sebastian Clark and Max Brascoff, with Lewis Herbertson and James Fabricius. Then it's Josh Hushker and Fabian Gandhock, Larry Price and Grayson Wortley with Toby Cannon in P14. Then it's Ben Maseokos with Arthur Farris, and then Elliot Bourke with Kane Langley and Sorry Gallagher with Marley Fisher and Jack Holmes. Then it's Morgan Weston and Layla Bell, Alice Fairclough and Ocean Brett front of Buddy Hugo and Rio Wardali, with Logan Jones, George Swire, Stanley Stafford, Guido Ebegeni and Jensen Sale in 32nd place.